What's going on, Paisanos? V here, coming at you guys with a market watch today. Paisanos, I'll tell you right now, the market is doing crazy things. I mean, it always does crazy things. If we're gonna be honest, the market constantly surprises us. And you rewind this time, a couple of years back, it was pretty predictable what would happen. New set comes out, cards go up, cards go back down eventually after the set just kind of dies out. But by the time the cards go back down, you'd be looking at the next set. And as far as like the collectible cards and cards that hold good value, they only hold good value years ago for speculation that they would see actual main deck play. Fast forward to where we are now, man, the market is everywhere. I could literally do a market watch talking about the variants of market watches that there are available to do. Think about it. Collectors market, you have the casuals market, you have the competitive Yu-Gi-Oh players market, and they're not just individualistic amongst each other. They combine all the time. There are competitive players that have casual cards and casual deck cores. There are competitive players that have collectors deck cores, and vice versa for everything. Well, Starlight Rare is something everyone should be focusing on. The values of a majority of the Starlight Rares have, for the most part, tanked. Now, it's not like a bubble in which it popped, because realistically, that means that these cards will be worthless, but they're not. They're worth a lot of money still. I mean, look at Lightning Storm, Starlight Rare, Ignitional Sword, $600 market price. The value's down to $525. Some might go, V, the market bubble has popped. No, it did not. $525, I would argue, is still a lot of money for one card. And you want 3 of them? Boom, there you are. Now, some of you might go, well, V, this is low. Do you think the card's going to maintain being low for a while? The answer is also no. These Starlight Rares are going to be going up higher in value. Get them while you can, because they're not going to be able to be bought at this low price point for long. You see, last time we've seen the Starlight Rares like Appaloosa hit around roughly $2,000. I mean, Masquerade, by the way, shot up from, I believe it was 400 or 300, and then it went up to like $800, something insane like that. The reason last time we saw that is because everybody got their stimulus check. And there's a good chance it's going to be happening again. In fact, there's possible dates already being thrown out there for a stimulus check. And even though Yu-Gi-Oh community should not use a stimulus check for just Yu-Gi-Oh cards, they shouldn't do that. Let's be honest, Paisanos. Last time when we did get the stimulus check, that's exactly what had happened. Looking at the market right now, I think it's also going to happen. It's going to happen for Starlight Red cards. Maybe Appaloosa, probably Epic Masquerade. More than likely, it's going to be Triple Tactics Talons, possible Lightning Storms, Dogmatic Ecclesia, and whatever is available at the time that money has hit the accounts of impressionable young kids who just don't know about saving it or using it to fix their motor vehicle, their car or bicycle, whatever you want to go-kart, whatever, or putting it towards their future, let alone just sit down and just focus on anything that they could do good with the money. They're just gonna go ahead and put in the Yu-Gi-Oh market. It's going to happen. And as much as I'm gonna say don't do that, there is gonna be people who are going to be doing that. And I can't really, disagree with them by making those choices. I mean, Starlight Red Triple Tactics Talents does look gorgeous. So this is basically what's going to be happening with the future of the Starlight meta, the Starlight market, whatever you want to call it. We're in the lull before the boom. Also, TCG Player has 10% bonus bucks on all products. Click on the description down below. My TCG Player link, whenever you buy, you get 10% back. Pretty cool. Mistaken Arrest, a secret rare coming out of Clash of Rebellions with a $2 market price. It's just about bought out. If you want a first edition version of the card, you're looking to pay roughly around $50. And a limited version, $25. Now, of course, that's only for the secret rare. If you want the gold rare, it's 10 cents. If you want the rare recently coming out of Maximum Gold, that's about 14 cents for the rare version of that card. So there's alternative versions of this card in case you do want that. But if you want the highest rarity, it will cost the most amount of money. Starlight Rares are a good example of that. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Balance is about roughly 2 weeks away, and everyone's starting to put their chips on what they want to buy, or for the most part, not buy. You see, why would you go ahead and buy a deck? Let's say right now you're Yu-Gi-Oh! Playing, you just got into Yu-Gi-Oh! Really excited, and you're like, what deck should I build? Whatever's the cheapest deck around, to be honest with you. My answer ultimately would always be like Pendulums, because that deck is not really more or less a archetype, it's a game mechanic, as I explained in my last Market Watch video, and that will last the bans. We know it's gonna last the bans. Konami's not gonna ban a game mechanic, so if you are looking to be new in the game, if you're new in the game looking to buy a deck, I would always say Pendulums. Always say Pendulums, because it's a game mechanic that will surpass the balance all the time. With that said, though, the band's coming out hopefully within sooner than 2 weeks, but at least we'll probably have at least a week of us just still speculating before we actually are into like the heavy. It could come out any day now, be effective on the 15th, and a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players are, like I said, are looking into holding their money and waiting to see what happens with this. cards like Veni's Emptiness, Secret Rare, Legendary Collection 5Ds can come off the ban list. That is a reality. And for anyone that's like, well, V, I don't know, this card originally used to be roughly around $12, holding under $18 market price. The value right now on the market is almost near $19 for Veni's Emptiness. Of course, you got Max C in any version of the card. Watch my market watch for one ban list season. You know I love this card. I think it's going to come off the ban list. The values are insane. Where you got Common Max C from the Structure Deck Machine Reactor. $6 market price is almost near $9 for this Max C. You got any variants of the card of Max C. Common, Ultra Rare, even the Gold Rare is holding value. It's pretty crazy. Genesis Impact's coming out, well, if you're in Europe, it's coming out, in a couple of days. Good for you, Europeans. But for everybody else in North America, we'll be getting it December 17th. So this might not be coming out for a while. To be honest with you, I really don't care. I mean, some people might care about Genesis Impact. And don't get me wrong, I like this deck. I like this set a lot. But I feel I'm just going to be buying the singles online. There's no reason to go ahead and buy a bunch of boxes and invest in this set. Because the collector's rarity is not meant for collectors. Henceforth, you're taking the actual rarity and just making it Starlight Light. It makes no sense to me. I really don't like this for that reason. I feel like you should have added a lot more collector's cards in this set that had a potential to see competitive meta play. That's what made the collector's rarity in the previous set so much better. Looking at it right now, I mean, don't get me wrong, I think Dry Time's going to be amazing. Evil Twins, I kind of just want the deck core. I think everyone kind of wants a deck core. And of course, you know, you got a lot of other great cards in here. Including that new Spellcaster archetype, which a name I already forgot about because I'm really into Drytons right now. Listen, I think Genesis Impact is going to be really cool to get finally, and for a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players, but for the most part, nobody's going to, you know, go crazy over this set, especially in the fact that this set isn't out by the time we have a ban list. I will say, though, even though the full 60 cards have been spoiled, I hope Konami throws a curveball in here. Think about it. In North America, we're getting it December 17th. Our bans would be about a 15th. Konami, it'd be so 5-head, so next level, if you was to put like a Veni's Emptiness in this set. If you was to put a Max C, it would just be really cool. Like 60 card set, and then the set font comes on, we're like, got him. It's actually 61. Boom, Veni's Emptiness on Max C. It'd be really smart. It'd be really, really smart of Konami to do. Then again, the set would take a while for that to happen, so it's probably not going to happen. But it matches the other deck core, which is pretty cool. Anyway. Look at that Maximum Gold, the #1 selling card, well, the #1 highest selling card, Maximum Gold, is not Infinite Impermanence. It's actually Blue Oyster Dragon, which is roughly around $30. Infinite Impermanence being roughly around $18 is the second highest, and the third is Dark Magician. Well, why is these collected rare cards holding such good value? Well, because by this time, if you're a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh player, you have your Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. Now, I'm not saying it's cheap, it's still a very expensive card, but you probably have the card already. Harvest Feather is a one-of, Appaloosa is a one-of, and these are like the selling points of this set, by the way. Infinite Impermanence is a phenomenal selling point, but, I mean, Maximum Gold probably made it easier to get all these cards, if I had to guess, if I only had to guess. I will say that for a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players that are debating on going ahead and buy Maximum Gold, there's no reason to buy it because everyone opened the set. So everyone broke the set open, and we can see this actually happen in Phantom Rage, where everyone opened the set and the value of Phantom Rage cards, despite the fact that they're really good, is still really low. Looking at Maximum Gold, it's the same exact thing. Everyone saw something, a new kind of rarity, not really, but kind of rarity, and it was one of those mentalities of, that's something new that I don't have, but if these people do have, I want in on that. And then you turn around and you look at Maximum Gold, and everyone's like, well, I don't have it, I'm going to buy a ton of it. Because it has a bunch of great reprints. And two, some of the cards at the gold reprint don't look as bad. They don't look terrible. Value-wise, they're atrocious, though. I mean, think about it. Elder the Golden Lord, Secret Rare, Premium Gold, Maximum Gold is $7. But if you want to look at the Secret Rare version coming out of Secret Slayers, don't get me wrong, it's still low. It's roughly around $40 or $41 with shipping. But you gotta realize the fact that that's the original print Secret Rare. This will hold the best value, whereas obviously Elder the Golden Lord, when it first came out, Maximum Gold was $18, is now roughly around $7. Why is that? What can make a card drop less than 50% its own initial release price point, which is already relatively dirt cheap compared to the Secret Rare price point? Why did that happen? Once again, everyone saw this as something they didn't have. They wanted, they opened. I don't blame a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players for doing that, by the way. That's the mindset Konami kind of tapped into when releasing Maximum Gold. It was a very smart way to market, and knowing Konami, they're probably going to do it again and again and again and again till the player base realizes, That's fine. I'll wait on that because everyone's gonna open that set, and I'm gonna go in and buy singles, and that's how I'm gonna save money and get the best quality for my money. Whereas people that when they saw Maximum Go, they're like, yeah, I'll get 8 cases, 9. Then more stuff got released, and they're like, can I get 29, 40? Just take all this money. I want to buy as much as possible. Like, and this is what happened with Maximum Gold. And you would think, well, V, if someone owns a huge physical share, wouldn't that make the cards harder to get because they'll open it, they'll sort it, and it'll only be through them? Well, yes and no. Because if we're all selling you something, we all got to be competitive to sell you that. If I'm selling you this vitamin water, and everyone's selling you this vitamin water, I can't sell you this vitamin water at $1.50. It just doesn't, it's not gonna happen. I have to go $1.49, and then someone else is gonna go $1.48. All right, jerk, $1.47. And next thing you know, vitamin water sold for 8 cents, and I'm like, yes, 8 cents. That's literally what Maximum Gold is. It's supply and demand broken down to its silliest version. And I feel like all you Yu-Gi-Oh players didn't get that immediately, but now understand that, especially with Phantom Rage. And I think look at Genesis Impact, hopefully the player base will realize that with the release of that set, as well as any future sets. Don't get me wrong, there's money to be made in the Yu-Gi-Oh! There's always money to be made, but it has to be done correctly, and it has to follow a certain line. The second you deviate from that line, and you go and you buy a ton of Maximum Gold, you go and you buy a ton of Genesis Impact, and whatever there is, Phantom Rage, you're gonna lose money. It's gonna suck. So that's why I really want to, and this is why I always talk about gold sets. And once again, obviously, my other thing with gold sets is that horrible for trade value, horrible for sell value, because the majority of them are reprinted cards. In very instance where it's Bullseye Dragon and Dark Magician, those are collector's cards, and that's why. Okay, Dragon Maid Hospitality coming out of Mystic Fighters keeps going higher in value in the market. This super rare, was $20 market price, is roughly around, well, near $30. $30 out of Mystic Fighters. Let me just put this into perspective. When Kitchen Dragon Maid finally settled in the price point, that bad boy was like 60. The super rare was relatively easy to get, I guess it's not anymore, Dragon Maid Hospitality, that card, 2 of those equal the peak of Kitchen Dragon Maid. In fact, your Dragon Maid Hospitality is worth more than the original Prince Secret Rare Kitchen Dragon Maid, Prime Mathematic Albertian, and Nurse Dragon Maid, which has this absolutely tanked in value. So you have one of these cards laying around, you can really trade it in to get good cards like Kitchen Dragon Maid, which I think is still a phenomenal card. And I do think Kitchen Dragon Maid has potential. Any of Dragon Maids, original Prince Secret Rares or Super Rares, as far as Parlor, has the potential to spike really high in value. So if you're looking to do that, that's what I would recommend you go and get on it and get. Nightmare Goblin out of Flames Destruction is a card everyone kind of forgot about. This card was an absolute powerhouse in Link format. I'm talking everyone ran this card when this card was available to be played. I mean, it was broken. And of course, Konami, instead of hitting other cards, they decided to hit Nightmare Goblin, which wasn't the card to hit, by the way, but that's a whole another video for another day. Look at Nightmare Goblin Flames Destruction. Only printing out of Flames Destruction with a $1.50 market price. The value right now is roughly around $2. In fact, there's a bunch of Italian ones going online for about $2 as well, which it's not bad, to be honest with you. Let me see how it looks like. Like, it's probably something like really like swap. Anyway, it takes a while for it to load, evidently. Okay, listen, I think Nightmare Goblin's a card you definitely want to start picking up right now because nobody's looking at it and it's relatively inexpensive. The odds of it getting reprinted are astronomically low, and if it was to get reprinted, it would mean nothing due to the fact that it's a banned card. I'm not even joking. This is whenever I say, over here, Cavalier del Incubro Goblin, 2 monsters con nome diversi, Demon Link Effecto. I love that the ways. Anyway, it just looks so cool in Italian. What I'm trying to say is nobody's looking at this right now. The card is dirt cheap, and the odds of it getting reprinted are astronomically low. These are things I constantly point out in my videos. I constantly go, nobody's looking at this. Get it now, because nobody's caring about this. But the minute Nightmare Goblin was going up the ban list, let's be honest with you, the fear would sell this card. The card would not sell by itself. Links are nowhere near as strong as they were when Nightmare Goblin was in play. Now the fact that we're in Master of 5, this card coming out would, for the most part, be not that broken. It'd be decent, don't get me wrong, but it would not be nowhere near as broken as it was on its first debut in Flames of Destruction. If it was to go up the ban list, everyone would freak out. The price of Nightmare Goblin would spike high in value since it's only when printing. It would spike even higher in value, and then when everyone realizes, yeah, I don't even play that many links, the value of this card drops. Anyway, guys, this is the part where I usually continue doing my Mark Watch videos. I'll be honest with you, I have a ton of things I gotta do today. I can't realistically continue my Mark Watch videos. I do appreciate you guys watching. I'll have another video coming out within a day or two. I really appreciate you guys enjoying that video I did on my phone, in which I just recorded how to ship. And if you guys haven't checked that out, check out my previous video. Guys, hit the like button in this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Comment down below. Didn't do a comment question of the day, but let's do one real quickly, guys. Comment question of the day. What is your favorite language version of a Yu-Gi-Oh card? And for those commenting, let me know down below where you're from, because some people that watch my videos are from like Europe, Brazil, Germany. My analytics show you guys being from all over the place. So let me know if you're from like Brazil, where you more or less like the Portuguese Yu-Gi-Oh card, or you have the availability to get the Portuguese Yu-Gi-Oh cards. What do you really like? Do you like the Italian, Spanish, the American English, or the European English? Because there are two different versions of those cards based off inking, in case anyone doesn't know. Me personally, I used to be a big fanboy of getting German Yu-Gi-Oh cards. A huge fan, excuse me, a huge fan of getting German Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And now that I had my fill, I have a bunch of deck cards in German, I kind of like Italian now. I don't know, just kind of like it. And in case anyone's confused about that, it's only because I like it because it's based off what it's hardest for me to get. And I think once Italian becomes easier to get, I'd probably switch over to like Portuguese or French cards. But that's just how I am as a person and Yu-Gi-Oh player. Anyway, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Please make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed already. It's your boy V. YGOPaisanos. You YGOPaisanos have a great day.